Yo, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are back. We are back. We are back. And this is the Good Evening Show with the Trendsetters and Troublemaker. And I am your host, Big with two G's. You can follow me on all platforms at AP underscore Big with two G's, and this show at the Good Evening Show. And this is my lovely guest. Introduce yourself to the people again.
My name is Raquel. You can find me on Instagram at FreckleFaceCutie, all spelled out, underscore 74, and on TikTok at FreckleFaceCutie 74.
Okay, I gotta follow you on TikTok too. I don't be on there. I just be watching people, but I like to see people's stories and what they got going on in life. Before we tap into this jackpot story, do you consider yourself a trendsetter or a troublemaker? I mean, you could be both.
Okay.
I was just about to say I consider
I'm in the
myself.
middle.
Yeah, you could be like a good troublemaker, and like you ain't got to be bad. You a bad
If you
troublemaker.
ask my mama who is watching, she will tell you that I was definitely a troublemaker coming up.
Oh man, mom said you gonna be
Definitely.
you was a troublemaker. What type of trouble you used to get into?
Yeah, now we're not going to
You was
discuss
staying
that.
out past your curfew,
We're not
stealing the car or something. All
My
right, we
daughter
ain't gonna.
peeping. My daughter
All
peeping.
right, okay then. She said that she used to go to type of trouble she used to do, and she used to stay in school extra hours and work hard and do what she had to do.
No, but honestly, so type of trouble I did. So just to give y'all an example, I'm an only child. So
Oh man, but
that means
lucky you.
instantly, people think you're spoiled. I call it well taken care of. That's what it was. Yeah, me and my friends, my dad had bought a new car, so we decided to take his car one day out and drive. Nobody had a license,
Oh, okay, then
and
you was getting
and
like regular trouble.
and I ran it into my friend's garage.
Oh man, how old were you?
Like 15, maybe
Oh, okay, at
14.
least you're not like that 10-year old we had reported about it. He had stole the car and he was driving around his elementary school parking lot. Not
Was it
parking lot,
really?
playground, just doing donuts in the playground.
Really?
Around the other kids, about to hit the kids and everything. He was 10 years old, could barely see. So at least you could see over the steering wheel. You
Yeah,
was 15.
yeah. I just couldn't. I didn't have no license. Had never driven before. Nothing other than riding a skateboard down the hill.
The volume on the mic, I think that's what it is. But we're gonna tap into the story about the jackpot. I ain't never hit the jackpot. I don't know nobody hit the jackpot. I don't even know nobody I think hit the lottery or something, but yeah, but it's reported that the Georgia lottery Powerball player in the Peach State matched all five numbers in the power play to win an estimated $478 million prize on Wednesday night. If claimed, the person can either take home the 470 million paid out over the y'all got the next 29 years or a one-time lump sum estimate to be around $230 million. According to the Georgia Lottery, the winning ticket was sold at the Quick Mart on Buford Road in Buford. The New York Post reports that this is the first Georgia winner of the top prize in nearly a decade. So, for one, how would you personally feel if you were the one that won the jackpot? No, first of all, which one would you choose? Are you choosing the 29-year payout, or are you gonna take the one lump sum of 230 and you out of there?
I'm taking the lump sum because heaven forbid, the good Lord may not bless me for 29 more years.
Right.
I need to take the lump sum. That way, I can go ahead and set it up for my kids, my
Cause
family.
230 is still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Right.
At this point, I probably could win $5 in a Big Mac and be happy. I'm just saying.
Look, $5.
But I would like to
You'll be
see.
grateful. You'll
I
be
would be
grateful because
grateful.
it is a free five
It
dollars,
is. It's more
and
than
it's
I
a free
had.
Big Mac.
Correct.
But yeah, see, I like people like you that be grateful over the small things. Like you never know.
I definitely
Um,
would take the lump sum.
how you feel about that though? Like, do you feel like that's right for them? Like it's my money. Why I can't have it all? Y'all put it up there like it was for me to win all at one time. Why y'all got to break mine down over 29 years and like
It doesn't bother me because here's the thing: you can make a decision, and if I would base it on age would be a factor, health would be a factor. Again, nobody knows the day nor the time, right? So those would be a factor for me. However, for me, I would take the lump sum so I could go ahead and do what I need to do.
I feel like, I mean, I would be. I think right then I probably would take the 230, but then I still be like, man, I want my money. Like y'all promised me 478 is my money, and I need it now. Like
Yeah, that's what
that's out.
you got to you for that amount of money. You're gonna have to pay.
I
that
know you
tax.
got to pay tax on it, but it's $200 million worth of tax.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a little over half.
all right, so you're paying luxury tax. So anybody, that's why they got tax brackets.
Yeah.
What's a luxury tax?
So you're in the higher class of the tax bracket, so therefore your taxes are a little higher. That's why one of the things, and I'm not sure if you'll get into it, that they talk about is how one of the candidates is trying to give tax breaks to millionaires,
Right.
to the millionaires, and not to us common people who are not.
Oh yeah, I know about that, but this free money right here, that like.
That's why it's taxed so much, because there's no expense with that money.
Okay,
So
but half of it that's not taxing me. That's
Right,
just taking half.
So like a lot of corporations get a high, like let's say corporation get like 35% tax, right?
Right.
But then they'll have parties and things like that, so their money is the small amount is tax deductible.
Yeah, they can write it off.
Right.
Their tax.
But you're getting this lump sum at one time without doing any deductions. So they're just coming for the whole lump sum.
All right, so over 29 years, like.
You're still gonna pay the taxes.
Right, but it's gonna be a smaller percentage.
Oh, okay then. 29 years, that's a long time. Let me see. That'll put me at like 60. I'm just trying to see, is it gonna be worth it to take the 29 over a long time period, or just take the 230?
I need to know the breakdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm really thinking about. Like,
It's 16.5 million a year.
oh hell yeah, yeah, I could do that.
So I have a question. So let's say the good Lord sees fit to call me home after 3 years.
Right.
The remaining money does it go to my next
Again,
Your beneficiary?
beneficiary? Can I put it in a trust? Can I have that set up? Because that's all gonna play a part on how
Now
I'm
you
gonna take
probably could put it in a trust. It probably go to your spouse. I don't know. I don't know. I'll Google that.
but okay, and then, dang, what I was just. Do I got to spend the whole 16 this year? Like, if they give me 16 a year, do I got to spend the 16 before I get another 16? Or they when next year?
No, every year you get.
Oh, then yeah. I don't even live that type of life to blow $16, $17 million a year. Like,
I think for me the biggest thing would be how is it going to be set up if I'm not here?
right. Or you could like,
Because am I giving it back to the jackpot?
hell no.
You know, I'm just saying because I'm not here to collect it.
All right, let me tell you something. To my daughter, if she listening, if I win that money and they break it down over 29 years and I don't live, don't tell them folks I died. Just keep getting in my name. You hear me? Just keep getting in my name to the 29. Listen, don't turn in the death certificate. Don't even get me no death certificate. Just do me like they did in Jamaica and put me in one of them hearse and let the hearse blow up and tell them on Tuesday we reported that someone a dead body inside a hearse. The car blew up with the dead body in there. And man, listen, she gonna be trying to get in on the 20 on the 16.5. Listen, if I'm guaranteed for 29 years, y'all let that ride. But okay, I just got some information in about what you said. Typically, the lottery allows for the inheritance of annuities through the estate administration process in one of two ways. Some lotteries will pay a lump sum to the winner's estate upon their death, while others will simply continue to make the annuity payments to the named beneficiary.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, if God forbid, you know what I'm saying? Hey, your daughter gonna be looking out for that. Hey, remember that I knew your mama. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But that's good to know. Like, at least you got missing out on your money.
But it said, see, I pay attention to words. It said a lump sum. So are you giving me
the lump sum that I got left?
Or is you coming up with a different amount?
Nah, just keep giving it to me the way y'all were giving whatever the breakdown is. So just give it to. I'm gonna take the first option. You can write that in your will. Like, I would like for my child to receive this in the same manner in which I was receiving this. I don't know, but if whoever y'all is that won the jackpot, Miss Georgette, what would you do if you was getting? Before we go to the next topic, what would you do? Are you taking the 230 or are you gonna take the 29-year over 29-year span? You gonna take the 16.5?
Since I just joined the 40/40 club some time ago, I will do the stretch over 29 years, and then definitely I'll have all my legality paperwork in place.
Yeah.
So my beneficiaries, nieces and nephews, I'll be good. My mom's be straight. Everything be. I'll have a living will and then an official will, just in case anything happened, God forbid.
All right, let me tell you something. If I hit between now and your birthday, I'm going to Cancun with you. I didn't want you to know. We going to Cancun. Hey, listen, we take it. If I hit the lottery between now and Miss Raquel's birthday, the whole show, we going to Cancun. So guess what?
You might want to put a stipulation. It needs to be over a certain dollar amount, because if you hit for $20, you still hit.
No, we talking about the 478 million. That's what we talking about. If we hit the jackpot. And well, if you know, if I hit for $5 and you ain't getting nothing but a Big Mac, like Miss Raquel said, that's all we get. But have you know they got you tried the new chicken Big Mac?
I have not.
I ain't either, cause I'm scared.
I'm gonna tell you what I have done though.
What?
You asked for filet of fish patties in the Big Mac instead of the Big Mac.
Oh, like a double fish fillet? That might slap.
But it has the Big Mac sauce.
Oh, Big Mac, Big Mac. Big Mac. Hey, that might hit now. That might hit the fish Mac. You ever heard of the Big Mac? It's the fish Mac. The Big Mac fish Mac. With fish. Ooh, that might go crazy. That might hit, especially if you high, son. If you were high, we don't condone doing drugs, but if you do, the fish might slap. Listen. First of all, you just brop her name. Y'all fuck you. Heavy on the paw. Whoa, you just, yo, family, hey, thank you for tuning in with us. You just barbecued her name. This heavy on the yard. That's where we got the heavy on the yard from. Yeah, you just, what? I'm like, who? That sound like my ghetto cousin or something. What you say? Yeepee. Yeah. Yeah, man. She was our guest last week. Shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in, watching the Good Evening Show with us today. And she just dropped some music not too long ago. And it's fire. Make sure y'all type into it. Major League. It's her featuring a couple of other artists. Make sure y'all definitely yo, for somebody that said they didn't want nobody to know he was here, this nigga's solid funny. I know y'all see this because we live. That's what happened when we live. This show is organic. We kicking it with y'all like family. And if y'all didn't know, we are watching the Good Evening Show with the Trendsetter, the Troublemaker. I am your host, AP Big on all platforms. And I'm kicking it with Miss Raquel in here. I hope you're enjoying yourself, Miss Raquel. We got a lot going on, but guess what? We still in here kicking it. While we doing this, while we having this mic change, I'm gonna kick y'all with a sponsor break. This show has been brought to you by, where my bag at? First of all, I supposed to have my bag with me, but this show has been brought to you by Hungry Humble Hustle. Listen, if y'all looking for the custom gear, if y'all like these beautiful patches that's right here, custom clothing, streetwear, apparel, comfortable casual wear, denim jackets, vests, outfits, customized outfits, make sure you tap in with Hungry Humble Hustle. That's Hungry Humble Hustle on all platforms. He has amazing clothing customized. They're one of one. So if you got it, ain't nobody else got it. You ain't got to worry about nobody walking down the street like you got on what I got on. He making one of ones. Tap in with him on Instagram. His website is h3.com, shopmotherfucker.com. Listen, that's like the only other time I get to cuss on the show when I do his sponsors. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So tap in with him. Also, if you want to do an in-person consultation, he has an office here at 680 Murphy Avenue in the Playback Sound Studios. Make sure you call before you come, because guess what? He might not be here. He might be out delivering stuff. So if you're looking for any customized clothing, whether it be casual wear, overalls, custom bags, hoodies, everything, he's your guy. And if you are into infused items, same guy, different hustle. That's why he hungry, humble, and he hustling. If you are into infused items, if you like infused treats, snacks, he got an infused jerk sauce, smoothies, CMOS smoothies for the people that like live healthy and high and healthy. He definitely have the healthy infused items for you guys. Tap in with him at stoned_mountain_ed on all platforms. That is stoned_mountain_ed. And if you would like to also do an in-person consultation, that office is also here at 680 Murphy Avenue. So as you can see, we got a lot of stuff going on here. We got live casts, podcasts. You can get some customized clothing. You can get some high fashion and high high on life. But definitely we are tapping back into this interview with Miss Raquel, and I hope that she's enjoying herself as much as we are enjoying you. Houston, we have a problem. Isn't that the line from when they did the blast off at NASA, Apollo 13? Yeah, that's how long ago that was? The 70s. Oh, I don't think, was we born back then? In the 70s? Oh, okay. Oh, look, the stork could have dropped him off. The stork, cause that's what happened. That's what be happening sometimes. The stork be dropping him off. In 74, what was I doing? I don't know. 7+4, that's never mind. You know how the people get spiritual, they start adding numbers together and stuff, like, oh yeah, but I wasn't even here, but I've heard the saying, Houston, we have a problem. It didn't the spaceship blow up or something like that happen? Did it blow up launching, or was it already ascended into the air? What happened with that?
What year was that? You said it was 74?
What year was that? 1970 even.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nope. My mama wasn't even here. I about to say my mama wasn't even here. That's crazy. So what happened? Do anybody know what happened in that situation? Was there like a bomb on the ship, or what happened? That's
Wow.
that's crazy. So the oxygen tank exploded. And
It said the crew looped around the moon and returned.
they was on the way back and it exploded. See, this why y'all ain't supposed to be going in places y'all ain't even supposed. God, ain't nobody but God supposed to be up there. And y'all just going up there trying to do this man job, figure out what he got going
Right.
on. Ain't nobody supposed to be up there but God. After him and Mother Nature banged and gave us the world.
All right, so it was a damaged oxygen tank and poorly insulated helium tank.
Yeah, make sure y'all clean the filters out in y'all air conditioning at the house. You see your house will blow up. You see what happened to the spaceship? I don't know. Listen, see what happened to the spaceship. But I'm gonna tap into this story. It says a communication satellite designed and constructed by Boeing. Ain't Boeing the man, y'all wow, has disintegrated in orbit. The satellite in question, IS-33E, was operated by Intelsat, a major player in global satellite communication. Intelsat confirmed the total loss of the satellite, which has disrupted services for customers across Europe, Africa, and parts of the Asia Pacific region. The U.S. Space Forces is currently tracking around 20 debris pieces associated with the destroyed satellite. These pieces pose a potential hazard to other spacecraft and satellite operating in nearby orbits. I ain't gonna lie, this really ain't got nothing to do with me, but we're gonna talk about it for a little bit. I live here and I'm struggling facing the day-to-day life. Y'all trying to tell me about something that happened out of space.
But it
What?
could have something to do with you if those pieces, come this way.
Then
I mean,
we
they got
gonna-
to make it through the atmosphere and all that, but they
yeah,
could
then
still.
we gonna have I'm definitely gonna get to hit the jackpot then.
Well, you gotta remember, you got like thousands of satellites in orbit, right?
Yeah.
And you got two pieces of debris that's also orbiting.
Mm-hmm.
If those hit any satellite like it already did,
It could take out some of for you
My cell phone.
or more.
Oh.
It could cause a world war because it's not just because all the satellites in space is in the USA's.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole space station with I think at least 10 countries occupy space on that space station. So somebody
I ain't got
hit an
nothing going
orbit.
on. That still ain't got nothing to do with me.
So if a purge break out, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
It don't, cause I'm gonna handle mine as long as y'all handle yours. I got me.
Hilarious.
astronauts stuck out in space.
That
Me
again.
too. Yep.
All my people work regular 9 to 5s. They ain't got nothing to do with. Mama, you good?
Eating filet Big Macs.
I'm telling you, we down here eating filet backs, extra mac sauce. I'm telling you,
Over here
look.
trying to learn TikTok
I
dances.
don't even understand it. It better get to go. I'm out here TikToking with Miss Raquel. Y'all
Right.
up there. Listen, I got enough going on. Listen, first of all, again, I hope whatever going on, y'all safe. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's injured, y'all get that debris out of there. My cell phone already be acting up. I ain't got no reception at the house. I got to use Wi-Fi. So, but other than that, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, it's somebody sleeping outside the Wendy's on Metropolitan right now. And y'all really want me to be concerned about something that's going on that I can't tangibly see, and I can't even help him. So I really can't help. Listen, I hope everybody do their job where they supposed to be, because me, I'm going to have my feet in the sand down here on Earth. You hear what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like you. In a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
we're going to have our feet in the sand. I'm saying we because I'm going to be there mentally with you. I probably going to be
That's
here.
right. Speaking into
Yeah,
existence.
speaking to existence. I still got time to hit that jackpot. They number 478. God,
If it is
Yeah.
meant to be,
it's up to me.
mm,
Listen, Lord.
he can let me hit it before I go.
I'm trying.
Hey,
You
now.
know
Hey,
my
now.
mama, so that mean you know me. So that mean like, hey, 400. I ain't even want $1 million. You can give me like a couple thousand. I ain't even gonna be greedy. You ain't even got to give me $1 million. You only have to give me anything. First of all, let's just be that. I would like it if you struck. It's a blessing to be a blessing.
So can I ask you a question now?
What?
So if you won the jackpot, how would you spend it? Because I know my plan if I won. Like, what would be, how would you spend it? Do you know?
We had this conversation the other day, Tuesday, about somebody hit. I think they hit for like 400,000. They didn't hit, but they was scamming for like. I'm going to a hotel room first, and I'm gonna put all the money on the bed, and I'm just gonna, you know how to be in the movie. I'm just gonna fall back. I didn't want to just one time. I didn't
You
want
do
to.
the money snow angel?
Yeah, I just want to like. I'm gonna go buy me. I'm gonna go to the not to the pizzeria, but I'm gonna go get me some weed.
The number 40?
I'm gonna get me not the number 40. I'm gonna go to the pot plantation. And I'm gonna get me like a 3-5, nothing big, because I don't want nobody like, dang, he buying a lot, he must got some money. I'm gonna get something that I normally get. I'm smoking, I'm gonna take it in. I'm like, I just won $16.5 million over 29 years. Dang, what I'm gonna do? And then when I wake up the next day, I'm just gonna make sure everybody close to me good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, first, my little girl first, then my mama, grandma, boom, boom, boom. People that was there for me
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm gone. I might be in you might catch me in Cancun with you.
With your own house, own
Yeah.
island.
Hey.
That's a
I
lot to
like
keep
that.
up.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna be like a renter. Like, I'm just gonna rent a lot because with 400, I ain't gonna be staying nowhere permanently.
But you don't have to be a renter. You can own it and then rent it to someone else and keep some income coming.
Oh, you right, but I still gotta keep up the maintenance and all that.
You got enough. Pay somebody to do that.
Nah,
You just need
I'm
the
like,
money.
I'm like everybody hate Chris Daddy. I want my own just because I got a lot of it. That don't mean I be wanting to spend it. I like to be having it just to sit on it. I'm the type of nigga that you be for no reason. Yep, I still got it in
Yeah.
my. I'm just keep checking my pocket for no reason. It's still. But speaking about feet in the sand, since August the 20th, 2007, an alarming number of human feet have what up on the coast of the these articles be clickbaiting. I'm thinking we about to talk about somebody having a good vacation, all this good stuff. It's saying human feet have been washing up on the coast of the Salad Sea in the U.S. and Canada over 21 feet, usually still in their shoes, have wound up being found by beachgoers completely unattached to their humans. The first two, which were decomposing but still had flesh of them, were found by a young girl and a couple enjoying a walk. How are you enjoying a walk and find a set of feet? That is crazy. Like, respectfully, both were right feet and both were size 12. Over the next 2 years, more feet started washing up, including a few pairs almost always in sneakers. Many believe there was a serial killer on the loose or that the mafia was disposing of bodies in the classic sleeping with the fish manner. And the fact is, when a body from an accident or suicide is out at sea and sinks to the bottom of the ocean, it is quickly set upon by scavengers. Scavengers like crustaceans are lazy feeders and will prefer to tackle the softer parts of the body than the tough gristle bits. On humans, the soft part include our ankles, which are mainly soft tissue and ligaments. That is crazy, man. As for why the phenom really didn't happen until 2007, throughout, though there are sparse instances of feet washing up previously to this, that's where sneaker design comes in. Over the last few decades, sneakers have been made of lighter foam as well as including air pockets in the shoes. That is crazy. So maybe it's on some mafia. What you think? Like, you got some nice shoes too.
Thank
Like,
you.
so boom, like a pair of J's just washing up the shore with right. Is you taking the shoes? If they some nice, what if they some nice shoes? Like, what if they like some the new J's that just dropped?
Yeah, there's a reason somebody's only their foot is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe in energy, and I'm not gonna walk in nobody's shoes. I have a hard enough time walking in
My
mine.
man,
So
you couldn't walk a mile off in my Air Force. Chill.
yeah, no, I'm not taking. Yeah,
What if they exclusive pair?
they will exclusively still be on the beach when I walk by.
So if you seen a pair of feet walking, how would you feel?
You said
If
a
you
pair of
seen
feet
a-
walking.
Yeah, if you seen a pair of feet while you were walking, like 'cause
Oh.
the couple seen that what exactly. Like, imagine that's what they were doing. The couple were walking and they spotted a pair of feet walking. Why walking? Yeah. So if you was walking and you seen a pair of feet,
At first, I probably would think they were fake. I probably would think it's fake, like somebody, like
so you gonna go pick them up.
Oh, I'm not picking it up.
Cause one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Yeah. So
I
I
ain't
got a question out there.
What's
Okay.
the question?
We want to know what kind of shoes are they Nikes? If you think it would be Nikes SBs, and those are classics or Air Max.
That's what I just asked up.
I
They,
didn't
they
hear
was
her
like
say
some good
SBs.
shoes.
I'm specified. It was specified as a question out here on the comments.
She
wanna know
said
if
she
they
didn't
said
care.
Nike SBs. That's what's in here. I mentioned Air Max.
She didn't care. She said
I'm
she don't
not
care what
touching
kind
them.
of shoes they had.
Oh, you mean what do I have on, or
No,
what on the
those-
feet on the
No,
people's
if
feet?
it,
Oh,
what type of
What kind
shoes?
of
If they had the some
Would
exactly.
you take it?
no.
You know, people in Japan love some Nike Air Max.
Then they can come to the beach and get them.
But
I
that's
mean-
a long way. They say it's washing up over here in the States. But I ain't gonna lie. I know one pair of shoes. Nick Cannon wore a pair of diamond encrusted shoes on America's Got Talent. All diamond encrusted shoes. Now, if Nick Cannon feet wash up on shore with those diamond shoes on, I'm going to take
Sell
those.
them on eBay.
You will always be a part of me. I'm taking Mariah Carey ex-husband shoes, and definitely I'm pawning them. I'm gonna tell them they was Nick Cannon shoes. They gonna give me extra. I'm like, oh, these came right off the Nick.
Okay, but see, then you may be tapping into a technical theft by deception or deceiving because you knew they weren't yours and you have tried to sell them and make money.
They came out that theft by the sea.
I'm
I'm
just-
really a
By the
pirate.
sea. We don't know what
Theft by the
happened
sea.
to
They washed up on the ocean. I'm a pirate.
them.
this- I'm going to think, oh, who live in the pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob
I'm
SquarePants.
trying to tell you. That's how I'm coming at. Listen, I got these. Listen, I was walking and I walked up on a pair of feet.
they're gonna say, "Why didn't you turn it in?
The
Why
feet?
didn't you report it? You picked it up to take the shoe
I
off."
did turn the feet in.
You turned the feet in without the shoes or with the shoes?
They don't know they washed up with shoes on.
But
So,
when
okay,
you,
so-
but when
okay,
you,
so-
but when you sell them, they're gonna be like, somebody in his family is gonna know, especially if it's diamond encrusted, right?
Listen, they gotta take it up with the pawn shop people. I'm gonna pawn it and I'm gone.
You're not gonna sell them on eBay?
Then that's how I'm gonna get caught. I'm trying to go straight to the pawn shop. Nah, you right. I'm scraping the diamonds off the shoe. Come on.
I got a better one.
What?
We're gonna get a J to go in there and pawn it, and then come
Hell
bring
nah,
us.
cause he ain't gonna come back.
One
He
way
going
in,
straight
one way
to the
out.
pizzeria. I'm looking for the. I'm looking for the. I'm looking for Ezel. He got that.
Right.
Let me get the number 40 pizzas. Let me
Right.
get 40 pizzas.
Right.
I'm like, nah. He had that. He had the pizzeria flipping the pizza. I don't know. That's definitely weird. It might be on some mob. Like maybe they got tied down by the ankle. You know they tie you by the ankle, and then like the weight was so heavy in it between the water and all that, it just detached from the body. And then I don't know.
Or maybe they walked off with their money, so they cut their feet off. You know, like when you steal with your hand, they might cut fingers off.
What did they maybe cut their body off? They just cut the nigga from the ankle down, and he lived. Well, maybe he bled out, but they didn't even. They just cut him ankle off and let it.
We're going down a rabbit hole.
That's what you.
We got some scenario. I'm just saying it could. It's a
they do
possibility.
cut your finger off and mail it to your family and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So they just cut their feet off and is, hey yo Tony, want me swimming with the fishies? You won't walk in this town again. Your feet. When I get done with you, your feet will be coming up on the shore of the sand and the salad sea.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to do the Godfather with a little bit more respect.
I wasn't even doing a Godfather.
Yes,
I
you
was just
did.
doing
That's
an
when Luca
Italian.
Brasi had the fish.
Can I
wrapped
tell you
up in the
something?
bulletproof
Can I tell you
vest,
something?
and then
I
they sent it
never,
to my man.
I never seen the Godfather to even do the Godfather. I was just doing a regular Italian, accent.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I ain't even that old.
Take me down.
Take her, Lord.
Take me, Lord.
Take her, Lord.
You've never watched
I
it?
never seen the Godfather. I don't even know my Godfather. Why would I be?
Okay.
Why
All
would, I
right.
don't even know my goddaddy. I'm just watching some regular goddaddies.
Really? He said,
I don't even know my Godfather. Wherever you are, shout out to you.
yeah. Mama, who is my goddaddy?
I know who he is, but he ain't been active, so it's just a title. So,
Yeah, that's a good question. Do we have godfathers like this? I know there's godmothers, but do we have godfathers? Like,
So I'm gonna
is
tell
there
you
a city?
I'm gonna tell you my thought on this, right? So my best friend just recently had a son. How old is? I think he just turned 2. Yep, because I did his shirt. 2, 3. So I told her, I said, do not make me a godparent, because anybody that has made me a godparent to their child, we ended up not being friends any longer. It's like it's a curse.
That's deep.
So, like, my daughter has a godmother and a godfather. They were married, they got divorced, and now I don't speak to either one of them. So, so yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I ended up getting my own godparents.
She did too.
My parents. Of course, my mom did at birth designate me a godparent, but then when I got older, I picked my own godparents that I felt the role of what a godparent was.
Mhm.
And I feel like you should be able to do that when you get of a certain age, because you know what people are to in your life. And I feel like other than mama and daddy and blood relatives, like everybody ain't got to hold that title. You can pick your people like your friends or whatever case. Like, I feel like, are you actively in my life? Like, I ain't just giving out titles and stuff like that.
You know why they pick godparents?
Yeah, like if your mama, something happens to your parents, that's who take care of you.
Yes.
And obviously they ain't even been showing up while my mama was here. So why?
Yeah, but that person, they don't really have to be.
But they have to be somewhat active, because
I gotta know who you is.
Because here's the thing: if something happens to the parent, let's say the child is an adolescent, right? If something happens to the parent, you couldn't just come in as a godparent and say, "Oh, I'm here," because the child's not going to know you.
Yeah.
So you have to have some kind of relationship or some kind of
game, a
rapport.
football game. I was in a lot of activities for them to miss all of them.
I mean, you got
I was
Google
an active
Meet.
child. I was an active child. Y'all miss everything: chorus, football, baseball, basketball, church plays, choir solos. I had a lot going on. And man, see, in situations like that, that's why people begin. That's a definition of a spotlighting situation. This was by far, I thought the first one was a good topic, but this by far, that is like a spotlighting situation for sure. What do you think spotlighting is? Before we I kind of just read over real quick, and I was like, oh my god, it's kind of what we're talking about right now. Your definition of spotlight. I know we was talking earlier, and it's like we were saying what we thought spotlighting might
So
be.
I can't get your image out of my head.
Yeah.
The spotlight and the
Yeah, like somebody did.
I can't get it out of my head.
Like you just stuck, like
Right.
can't nobody really see you. Oh yeah, we see you. You spotlighted. Or like when the cops chasing somebody, they got their like the helicopter light on you. You can't go nowhere. You can't beat the spotlight when it's on you.
So I think it can mean a couple of things, right? Like, say in a friend circle, you could have the spotlighter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that always, no matter what occasion it is, it could be your birthday, they have to be the center of attention in the spotlight.
Oh yeah, I hate them type of people.
Right. Like they're not okay sitting back and letting you shine.
Right.
So that could be one definition with spotlighter or spotlighting.
Spotlight, or it could be like the person that's like always like shining the spotlight on somebody
And not on themselves.
Oh yeah, my friend got this gun. Look, she a spotlighter. She always shining. I don't know, but we got to tap into this. It's a short story. Spotlighting is definitely not what we thought it was. The spotlight effect is the psychological phenomenon by which people tend to believe they are being noticed more than they really are. The reason for the spotlight effect is the intimate tendency to forget that although one is the center of one's own world, one is not the center of everyone else's world. Man, well, basically, pretty much that's what you were saying. Like making something always about you. Like, yeah, you the center of your own attention, but not mine. Like you might Donald Trump, for example, is the definition of definitely a spotlighter. He's definitely important in his own world.
Yeah,
he important to some people's world, but
yeah,
in my world, he ain't important. And speaking of Donald Trump, voting is going on. Make sure y'all vote. We're not telling y'all who to vote for. Just make sure y'all exercise that right to vote because people died so y'all can vote. So make sure y'all get out there and vote. And that was not a sponsor break, but we will give you a sponsor break. This show has been brought to you by who we doing the sponsor by now? Playback Sounds. If you need any audio, any video, if you want to score up some music for a movie you got going on, if you need some remote audio, like you want to do a video shoot for your music video, if you want to host a baby shower, if you would like to have a concert like Follow Me ATL is having tomorrow, if you want to shoot a live cast, the podcast, tap in with Playback Sound Studios right here in the metropolitan area, 680 Murphy Avenue, right here in the Mets, behind the West End train station, up under the bridge, across from the Atlanta Credit Union, by that strip club who name keep changing. You can find us. Hey, she from Atlanta, so you know what strip club I'm talking about.
I do.
That's why she stopped laughing. Listen, if you know like she know, that means you know where to find us at, right in the Mets. 680 Murphy Avenue, Suite 4080, right here, Building 4. You can find Playback Sound Studios for all your audio, video, live cast, kicking it long as you paying needs. And on that note, we're back with the Good Evening Show, and I have the amazing Miss Raquel kicking it with us. We're glad to have you with us, Miss Raquel. Yeah. So as everyone know, as we've been saying all month, as we're kicking the top, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. One of my favorite months. Save the tatas. Hey,
yeah.
Everyone has needed a tata in their life. Breast has been a blessing to all of us in our life. So I feel like we should do our parts in saving the tatas. This month in October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, where they like to bring awareness and knowledge to people that don't know or might not know. And we're about to tap into definitely our segment for today. And I'm about to, before we engage in our conversation with Miss Raquel, I'm about to hit you guys with some breast cancer facts and statistics. Every year, breast cancer accounts for about 30% of all new cancer cases in U.S. women. Breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed among women in the U.S. each year. About 30% of all newly diagnosed cancers in women are breast cancer. In 2024, approximately 300,000 women will be diagnosed, excuse me, will be diagnosed with invasive breast cancer, 16% of which will be in women younger than 50 years of age. Also, 56,000 women will be diagnosed with ductal carcinoma. About 66% of breast cancer cases are diagnosed at a localized stage before cancer has spread outside of the breast, when treatments tend to work better. There are currently more than 4 million women with a history of breast cancer in the United States. This includes women currently being treated and women who have finished the treatment. And less than 1% of all breast cancer occur in men. So, that's just, we're gonna give you more knowledge throughout of this. But that's just the brief facts and statistic as we prepare to enter to our interview with Miss Raquel. Miss Raquel is now a friend of Playback Sounds, but she is my mom's friend.
Yes.
And also a breast cancer survivor.
Definitely. Yes.
How you doing today, Miss Raquel?
I am doing amazing.
That's good. That's good. We've been enjoying you having me on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you've been enjoying being on the show with us today and
Yes.
kicking it with us in our lovely Playback Home.
Yes.
So before we engage into this conversation about your story, about your testimony, give us a little back history about yourself, like where you from, went to school at, like what life was like outside of you being the only child and not spoiled, but well taken care of.
Thank you. Well taken care of.
Okay.
Well taken care of. So moved here in '79. So I was 5 when I moved here. So my birth certificate says Baltimore, but I was raised here in Georgia.
Okay, Baltimore.
Be more.
Okay.
Be more. Raised here, went to Pebblebrook and McEachin High School.
Pebble.
Hey, gotta represent for the Brook squad.
I went to
'cause that's what
Tri-Cities,
it
but
is.
I got some friends that went to Pebblebrook.
Yeah, and then of course, I have 2 children. My daughter is back there. She's 18. My son
Okay.
is 30.
Okay.
He's graduated college. She's on her way to college. So yeah,
That's what's up. That's a blessing. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so in the younger Raquel, did you have like any ambitions or anything that you like would like to do, or are you doing that now? Like,
I think I did. What I take that back. I just was living. Just living. My 20s when I had my son, I tell everybody, my son and I kind of grew up more as friends because I was so young. He spent a lot of time with my parents. Not that I wasn't in his life, but he spent a lot of time with my parents because, they were take him on road trips or, me trying to hang out. Hey, Asha, Nana, and Didi, can you come over?
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah. So him and I grew up together. He definitely helped me grow up and changed me from going down a path because I knew I had to do right for him, right? So then, getting more into adulthood, my daughter comes along. So now I'm at a point where with her going to college, I'm finding myself again after going through this journey. So now it's like, let me focus on me and see where this road's going to take me, this next chapter in my book.
Okay, definitely, because you're embarking on a new chapter. You said you have a birthday coming up in
Absolutely.
a couple of weeks, so that's definitely a blessing.
50.
Half of a
50.
century. That's
Yes.
Hey, you gotta count it as a blessing because a lot of people not making it to 50 for
Yes.
whatever reason it might be. So we kind of gonna jump into it.
Okay.
As a survivor, I'm kind of gonna start backwards and
Okay.
work into your story. What is something that you would like to share with the people or with women about the stigma or the I want to say like misunderstanding about breast cancer?
That you can't survive it. Because most times when you hear people speak of cancer, it's always a deadly outcome. It's not too often that you hear a positive story. So for me, I wanted to make sure that I took my spin on it. Now, every day wasn't a good day, but I wanted to make sure that I spent more time laughing and enjoying myself as much as I could than I did weeping or being sad about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Because I think it all plays a part in your healing energy.
facts. Your energy definitely determines. I feel like how your outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go into it feeling defeated, then sometimes the outcome is defeat.
Yeah.
But if you go with a victorious mindset and not like laughing and making
Right.
attempting to at least make the best out of the situation, you definitely can come out victorious. So if you don't mind like walking us through like how did you first find out that you were even had breast cancer?
Diagnosis. So I have to go back a little bit. So I was diagnosed in January of 2023. Prior to that, in September of 2022, I had weight loss surgery. So I believe the tumor was there, but because it was hiding behind the fluff, I didn't feel it, right? So most women know that when you put that bra on, you got to swing it around. You know, you do it swing it around. And as I was coming around,
I was not trying to laugh at that, but I love women so much. I definitely know what you're talking about with the bringing the bra around. That's wrong.
So when I ran my hand across the side over here on the right, it felt like a marble. And I said, that's different. That wasn't there before. Scheduled my mammogram. That was in November-ish of 2022. Because at that point in my weight loss surgery and that journey, I had lost about 50 or 60 pounds. So things were starting to reveal themselves in my body, right? Had my mammogram done. And the day that I went for my mammogram, before I even got an official announcement from them, I knew because of the amount of steps that they were taking me through. So I go in for your regular mammogram. They check both sides. They told me to have a seat in the waiting area. Hey, can you come back in? We want to just check the right side. Have a seat in the waiting area. Can you come back in again? We want to do another picture. Okay, now you need to get an ultrasound. So when I got to the point of ultrasound, in my mind, I already knew what they were going to tell me. And they said, you need to go get a biopsy done. We do see something that's concerning, and we need you to get it tested.
Okay, for people that don't know, what's a biopsy?
So they go in, they numb around the area that they want to pull tissue from. They use an ultrasound machine and a needle, and they go in and pull out parts of the tissue in order for them to test it to see if it's cancerous. And that's what, yeah.
Okay, so like at that moment, like what was your like first thought, like even before you even got the full diagnosis? Like, were you afraid? Were you
Absolutely. Fear
yeah.
set in. Fear did sit in. And as a mom, how are my kids gonna feel if I'm not here? Because again, every time that you speak about cancer, it's usually someone passing from it.
Yeah.
You know, the outcomes, they don't portray or put out a lot of positive outcomes about cancer diagnosis. Now that I'm a part of the community of a survivor, then I see it more now. But at first, no, I did not see it. So my first thought and fear was, number one, my kids. And then my mom, of course, you know, because I'm her only child. Not that, you know, I'm taking care of her or nothing like that, but I'm her baby, you know? So yeah, those were my main things.
Okay. Another fact that was given, I'm just gonna be giving facts throughout. It says a woman's risk of breast cancer nearly doubles if she has a first degree relative, meaning mother, sister, or daughter, who has been diagnosed with breast cancer immediately. Approximately 15% of women who get breast cancer have a family member diagnosed or a family diagnosed with it. So, in your situation, is there anyone in your family do you have a history of breast cancer in your family?
So here's the thing. Remember how I told you there's never any positive outcomes? So while I'm waiting for test results and everything to come back, I had to go to my cousin's funeral who passed from breast cancer.
Oh, man.
So there's that. But then the other thing I learned, that even because part of the process for your breast cancer diagnosis is that they do a genetics testing. And I was informed at that testing that 1 in every 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
Mm.
So even though I don't technically have a family history of it, I'm the spotlighter. I was the chosen one.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
And you brought up genetics. There's a statistic that say about 5% to 10% of breast cancers can be linked to known gene mutations inherited from one's mother or father. On an average, women with BRCA1 mutation have up to a 72% lifetime risk of developing breast cancer. Women with the BRCA mutation 2 have up to a 69% risk and, risk breast cancer that is positive for BRCA1 or BRCA2 mutation tend to develop more often in younger women. And in men, BRCA2 mutations are associated with a lifetime breast cancer risk of about 6.8%. And just for people that didn't know, the reason we keep saying in men, because even though it's a low percentage, men do still get breast cancer. So I know you might be wondering why I keep saying men. It's because there is a low chance, but still can get breast cancer.
So all of those that you just named off, I wish I would have had my report, because that's those are some of the ones that they go over when they do your genetic testing. And it lets you know, once they do that, what's your risk factor of it returning to your, they base it off of the genetic testing that they do. So you go in, they draw blood like they're just drawing labs. And once they get the results, you come in and they go over this whole list of like those letters you just said. And it tells you what your risk factor is for it returning.
Oh, okay. So to tap back into your story, after you go and get the biopsy and you get your results, like what is the conversation that you have with your doctor? What's the next conversation that you have with your doctor?
So I got my results back on January the 20th of 2023. And the next conversation was for appointments. So you had to do a full body scan to see if it was present anywhere else. They wanted to see if it was in your bones, because all of those tests that they do determines the type of chemotherapy treatment that you will receive.
Okay.
So you have to go through all of these different tests, and it was real quick. So can I tell you my timeline? I'm sorry.
Oh no,
okay.
This is your time.
All right. So I got my results January the 20th. I had a port, because that's where they had a port put in. I had a port right here, is where they would do my infusion, my treatment. I got that put in on February the 8th. I had my first treatment on February the 9th. I did 8 rounds every other week, and I was done in May. And then June, I had surgery. And then August, I started radiation. I did 30 rounds of radiation Monday through Friday, every day. And I was finished in September 21st.
That's heavy. That's heavy. How did, going through that process, what was your mindset? I know, I don't know up close person, but I had a friend, but he passed away when I was in school. But that was going through, that had got cancer, diagnosed with cancer, and was going through and I seen the effects and the changes that was having on his body when he did return back to school. He had looked. So what type of things were you going through, changes mentally, physically, emotionally, that you were going through that time period?
So I am the girly girl. I love my nails done, hair done, all of that. So in order to incorporate, my daughter in the process, my son in the process, when I knew that the type of chemo that I was going to receive was going to take my hair out, I let her do the first piece of hair being cut when I went to the barbershop. So I had them cut my hair low, because my hair was down to here. And I said, I'm going to let her do the first cut, so that way when it starts to come out, it's not coming out like I would imagine in clumps, right? So that was the first thing, and I was okay with that. I actually was slap bald last year in May, June. Bald. I'm talking about shiny head bald.
At least you ain't about no Cantu or no air
No,
control. Now you
nothing. Just put some vitamin E oil or coconut oil up there and just keep it moving. And then as far as physical changes, my body reacted differently to the treatments where like my fingernails, it messed up my fingernails, my nail beds, didn't react well. I couldn't eat. So on top of having weight loss surgery, I then had chemo treatments. So I dropped down about 116 pounds going through. So now I'm back at a place where I'm kind of navigating the weight loss surgery because now I have an appetite. But I would get my treatments on Thursdays and I wouldn't be able to eat until maybe Tuesday because I couldn't hold anything down. One of the medicines that they give, and as far as emotionally, now this is where I might get a little emotional on you. I'm just going to let you know.
We got, y'all got some tissue on hand. We can get you some tissue.
So for me, I never wanted to leave my children. The hardest part in thought of there were times when I was going through the treatments where I wondered if I had enough life insurance for my kids to be okay. It was that rough. It was to the point where I was messaging my doctor and saying, what is the outcome if I do not continue these treatments? Thank you, sweetie. You know, what would be my outcome if I didn't finish? Because it was that rough on my body. And I didn't feel, but then I was like, you can do it. And I tell everybody, the Sarah Jake Roberts, she has this sermon where she be like, girl, get up.
Oh, you my TD Jakes' daughter?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she do be preaching.
I kept hearing that in my head. And I was like, yep, we not giving up. We not giving up. We got this. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna show people a different face of it. But it was rough. Like I didn't even have energy to take a shower. Like I couldn't even walk to my bathroom was from here to your door. I barely had energy. When I went in there, I had to sit and gather myself just to come back to bed. So yeah, I won't tell anybody it's an easy process, but it definitely gave me a different perspective and a different outlook on life. And you cannot do it alone. You cannot. You need the support of friends, family, not only for me, but for my family in my house that's watching me go through it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just as taxing on them as it is on me.
Yeah, and I was definitely about to just ask you about first of all, thank you for sharing. I know that
Absolutely.
probably was emotional for you. But I was gonna ask you like how important it was to have a support system to keep you uplifted to while you was going through that trying time period in your life. You said Sarah Jakes Roberts. She's definitely a powerful speaker.
She is
definitely encouraging. Like, what other things did you use for encouragement? Any support groups, or did you journal, or did you?
So I started off trying to journal, but I used my TikTok to make videos to kind of bring awareness because that's one of the things I really like to do. And then one thing I tell people, my takeaway is if you find out somebody has a diagnosis, right? Because I went through this with my family, really funny. So this is a Friday that I found out. So of course we're calling all our family, letting them know whatever the case may be. And the first phone call is, hey, you okay? And I had to tell them, I said, look, just talk to me regular because it was in my body yesterday when we talked. You don't have to change your tone, talk to me regular. I tell anybody, just have regular conversations because a diagnosis is someone's life every day, day in and day out. So talking to them about it does talk to me regular. Let's talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Let's talk about shopping.
Like a regular person.
Just treat me like a regular person. And if I bring it up, then that's okay. But don't bring it up for me.
Yeah. I definitely look, ain't nothing changed, still me.
It's still me.
Look.
Still me.
When y'all see me treat me like a regular
right.
person, just because I'm fat, don't be like, oh, you can sit in the front seat. Let me sit in the back like the skinny person sit in the back. But I appreciate it though. I ain't gonna lie, cause hey, my knees be messed up back there. But one of the myths about breast cancer is wearing a bra could cause breast cancer.
Never heard that.
Now, I mean, I've heard it before,
Yeah.
but based off statistics, it says that there's no evidence that wearing a bra definitely doesn't cause breast cancer. But another one is using underarm deodorant, like the spray.
Because of the aluminum and stuff that's in it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You want to know a little fact?
What?
So when I start going through chemo, I started in January. I haven't had to wear deodorant since. When I say have not, I don't sweat like that. Like have not. And I don't smell like a bag of onions in the Georgia heat.
I'm just saying, 'cause you ain't smell oniony when you walked in here.
But chemo did something where it,
and took the must up out you.
Yeah. Where
that's a blessing too.
Yeah.
Cause deodorant high. You see how much you have, like $5 a stick.
Yeah.
And that for the little and they ain't even for the tussie.
Right.
I had to start getting tussie again because deodorant so high. Yeah, you had to use tussie.
I didn't.
I forgot you was spoiled. They ain't let you use tussie. You been using degree in secret since you started getting musty.
God.
But now you don't get musty no more. So that's not even an expense.
Right.
It's I'm just reading off a couple of facts. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably know that they're true or not. They say use your cell phone and your bra. You know, y'all like to put everything in the safe deposit. Yeah, the pocketbook in the safe. They say a cell phone and your bra may cause breast cancer, and there is no evidence of a connection between cell phones and breast cancer. It's just a lot of few things I'm just reading, and I'm just consuming too much sugar. They say it's a lot of crazy notions and things that we have going on, and I'm just glad we have you here to assist in spreading the truth on the situation. Another thing I would like to know, did they offer you weed?
No.
Oh, okay then.
They did not.
I definitely didn't want to know that because they say, weed cure cancer. So I'm like, they ain't give you a good medicinal card. Because I'm about to say, do you still got it? I'm just trying to see something real quick. Did you get a good prescription from the plantation? Did you get you some weed from the pizzeria?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I didn't get the number 40. I did not get the number 40.
Number 40, but the weed plantation for sure.
But I will tell you that the medicine that they did give me, because with me doing 8 rounds, it could not be combined, and I had to have a port because it was so strong it would have blown my veins.
Oh, man.
So cannot mix it. One of the first 4 rounds, they have a medicine they call the Red Devil.
That's what it's called?
That's what a term they use.
That's the term for it. Like, let me get order that bread, Lucifer.
So they have to put on like the little hazmat kind of protection. They sit and slowly feed it into your IV over a 15-minute period. The first 72 hours after you do that, anytime you go to the bathroom, I have to wipe it with a Clorox wipe, flush, wipe again, flush, because it's so toxic that if my children were to use the bathroom behind me, then it could bother them.
Oh man.
Yeah. It turns your urine red. Yeah.
Oh, the medicine do?
Yes.
Oh, the devil.
Yeah.
The devil is a liar.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to my doctor's office though?
Man, give it definitely.
Yes. So I went to Northwest Oncology. Dr. Cafella and his team are amazing. So most places when I would see it, somebody had to travel outside of their doctor's office for their treatments. You go visit Dr. Cafella and his team, and you go straight to the back. So the same people doing your blood work are checking on you while you're getting your treatments in a room. You build friendships and bonds because you have a room full of maybe 10 to 15 chairs. Everybody is there for a different reason. Some type of cancer, blood, they deal with hemoglobin. But everybody's in there and you get on a schedule and you see the same people. So you build friendships while you're going through it.
And rapport. And it's also comforting when going through the process. I know like constantly have to go back to the doctor as much as you probably did. You probably didn't want to see no new faces every time.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't even want to see new faces when I go to my regular doctor. So let alone like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's very a sensitive situation. So you really want
Yeah.
somebody that familiar with dealing with you and you got
Mhm.
a rapport with, especially.
Yes.
Some I'm just gonna read off some more statistics.
Mhm.
It say black women are more likely to die from breast cancer than women of any other racial ethnic group. That's why we have been encouraging everyone to definitely go this month. We have been encouraged, even as breast cancer death rates have declined in every racial and ethnic group since the 1990s. Death rates in American Indian / Alaskan Native women have remained constant. Black women have 5% lower breast cancer incidence than white women, but they have a 38% higher risk of dying from the disease. American Indian / Alaskan Native women have 10% lower breast cancer incidence than white women, but 6% higher risk of dying from disease.
Mm.
Black men have the highest incidence of male breast cancer and death, even though it's a 1% chance in men getting breast cancer. Um, Definitely, everyone, make sure y'all of all ethnic groups
Mhm.
tap in, even though it might sound crazy to men. Hey,
Get
on
checked.
Rugrats, they said the baby got to do what the baby got to do, and sometimes you got to bite the bullet. Like definitely. A couple of more stats. It say between the 1980s and 2000, breast cancer incident rates in the U.S. climbed before dropping in the early 2000s. One theory is that this decrease was partially due to the reduced use of hormone replacement therapy by women after the results of a large study called the Women's Health Initiative were published in 2002. These results suggested a connection between HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy, and increased breast cancer risk from 2012 to 2021, the most recent decade of data available. Invasive breast cancer incident have increased by 1%. Um, to women coming up on that age bracket, on when you should start regularly getting checked. Can
Mm.
you express to them how important it is that they do go get checked? It's like
Yeah.
definitely in our community, the doctor is like something that we scared of.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't mind, can you just express how important it is for them to go regularly
Absolutely.
go get a checkup?
So one thing I definitely am passionate about and convey to my my girlfriends or anyone, right, is if you feel something and you go and your doctor is like, "Oh, don't worry about it." Don't listen to them. You if you feel something, you go get checked. You can Most insurance will allow you to have a mammogram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check your benefits. Go get checked. If they tell you that you have dense breast tissue, ask them for an ultrasound. If you still feel that something is not right or something is off, get a second opinion. You have to be the fighter for yourself. And if you're not, you're just, to me, you're just another folder with your doctor's office. I think your general practitioner kind of physicians, they have 50 million people to
Yeah.
see. You have to be the advocate for
Stay
yourself.
on your doctors.
Stay on them. Stay on them. And most doctors now, you can reach them by email. You don't even have to say, hey, can you send me a referral?
You can reach me by caravan. I
So,
don't
yeah,
care how you get there.
just get me there.
Just get there if you
Yes.
can. Yeah, definitely.
So it's very important. Just make sure you get checked. You have
Definitely
to get checked.
got to get checked. Men and women. Now y'all know,
Yes.
men and women. Y'all, even though we in the 1%,
Right.
1% out of 100 and a couple of hundreds, that's like a lot of the percentiles start adding up.
Yeah.
Another fact, because I think I have like two more. I'm trying to get them in between the
Mhm.
interview. The median age at the time of breast cancer diagnosis is 62. Median mean like the middle age. Once you add them all together and divide by the most common, the median age is 62, meaning that half that half of women with breast cancer are diagnosed before 62 and half are diagnosed afterwards. Breast cancer diagnosed is relatively rare in younger women. Only about one of eight invasive breast cancers are diagnosed in women younger than 45. You said that at the beginning of the conversation. Whereas about 2 out of 3 invasive breast cancers are found in women 55 and older. So ladies, look, it's this. What it's saying is, it really ain't no age bracket on.
It does not
It
discriminate.
does not discriminate. It's no favor of person.
Because I was 48 when I got diagnosed.
See, like definitely y'all should go out there and get that, and don't be scared. Like y'all let that man. One thing I do say, I learned about breast cancer and mammograms when I was young. My grandma used to have like a little thing that's in the shower and read it. And I used to read it. It wasn't nothing else to do while I was in the shower other than bathe. And I guess read that.
Right.
Yeah. So
educate yourself while you bathe.
Right. So I did like learn about how to do the
exams,
the mammogram exams. At that age, I don't know who I was expecting to do one on, but now that I'm grown, I feel like it's valuable information that I might know because your partner, it's something you can do with your partner as well. If you might be scared or not comfortable to do that, it's good for your significant other to be knowledgeable about things too, to put you on like, hey baby, look, have you when the last time he there anyway, he already around them all the time anyway. Listen,
and
fellas,
he would feel the difference.
I would feel it because I know, because they even though they belong to you, they belong to me too. And I'm like, hey baby, hey, you hear me? So men, look, it's okay to be knowledgeable about these things too. For your lady, health is wealth. She's only as great as you are. Y'all great together. You know what I'm saying? Look out for her.
Yes.
Speaking of men, I'm gonna hit this last fact, and then we're just gonna continue engaging in conversation with you. Though rare, the average lifetime risk of a man getting breast cancer is less than 1%. Breast cancer can occur in men. In 2024, researchers estimate about 2,700 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in men, and about 530 men will die from breast cancer in 2024. So men as well, men as well as women. Make sure y'all go get checked on your breast cancer. This is the month to go do it. We're shining a light on it. Don't wait. Listen, don't feel like you too good to go, because like she said, it can happen to anyone. It's no respective of person. To someone that's going through this or might be going through, or what type of words would you like to encouragement would you like to leave with them someone going through this?
That you can make it through. You can make it. You can. Your days are going to be rough. It's going to be really rough. It's going to try you, but you can make it through. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up. You cannot give up. You absolutely cannot give up. That is not an option. Giving up is not an option. And keep your faith. Because one thing I tell people is that when I did finally hear the words, I cried, but I had a peace come over me. So I knew who had me, and I knew I was going to be okay.
Yeah, that was definitely definitely a lot. Definitely first of all, congratulations on your 1 year mark, of course. Before we got out of here. Definitely.
Yes.
And if we don't see you again between now and your birthday, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Did Scorpio season just start?
Yes.
When was it, like yesterday or something?
When Scorpio season is
here. Okay.
It's
Yeah. So if we don't
we came to do damage.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you part of our family, so you welcome here anytime. If we don't see you, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Any organizations you would like to shout out, promote during this time where people can donate to, or if you have an organization that you donate to with like people to support for us?
So yes, there is one that helps cancer patients that are going through it. It's called Loving Arms. I can get you the link and the information so it can be posted.
Okay.
So one of the things that they do is that they provide resources. So groceries, wigs, things of that nature. They provide it to those going through cancer treatment. Of course, everyone knows about making strides against breast cancer, making strides against, breast cancer. They just had their walk on October the 12th. Susan G. Komen, that walk is coming up
Okay.
on the 26th. That's Saturday. So any of those, the donations go towards the research to kind of help, but the Loving Arms organization definitely helps those that are currently going through it. Just to give you an example, I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell their business like this, but they gave us $350 a month to buy groceries.
That's a blessing for sure.
Because I took leave from work because I wasn't able. I said I want to give my body a rest from work, and do this. So they gave us groceries. They help pay bills, gas bill, light bill, whatever. They help with that kind of stuff. So they're a really big one that.
Oh yeah, definitely tell people that because it's people going through that struggle
Yes.
that might be their struggle, and definitely,
Yes.
we want to give them the resources to help them, lighten their load going in this.
Absolutely. Everything
Situation.
is high right now.
Man, what are you talking about?
Everything
I almost
is high.
stopped eating last week grocery food, so I ain't even finna eat none this week.
Yeah.
I had bought me some peanut butter and jelly. I been eating peanut butter and jelly for about 5 days already.
And one more. The
okay,
other one.
ahead.
The other one that I like to give to again is my doctor's office, Dr. Cafella's office, Northwest Oncology, because what they do is while you're there, as you're sitting in the chair, they're providing the snacks for you and your family. Like they have coffee, they have chips, they have crackers, they have all of that.
Oh yeah.
So donations of that to their office would be helpful, and even blankets, because when you go in, it's cold in there, and you usually are in there for hours, like 4 to 5 hours at a time. So blankets for patients that can't afford it, those kind of things are helpful.
Oh yeah, listen, y'all definitely tap in with those organizations because it's a blessing to be a blessing. Again, Miss Raquel, we enjoy having you here.
Thank you. I'm glad you had me.
Oh yeah. As we could close out our breast cancer month, we have 2 more episodes because we go twice a week.
Okay.
But we definitely enjoyed you. Thank you for taking time out your evening to just kick it with us in our space, sharing your story, spreading knowledge and enlightenment and encouragement to our people out there watching. People out there watching, definitely thank you for joining us, kicking with us. I hope you enjoyed our guests and you learned in a lot of stuff while being entertained because that's what we do. We like to bring entertainment to information, but this was more one of our serious shows, definitely. But if you didn't know, you watching the Good Evening Show with the Trendsetters and Troublemakers. I'm gonna allow you once again to just tell people where they can find you at on all your platforms as we get ready to close out. Okay, what you gonna tell them?
So you can follow me on Instagram. I am at FreckleFaceCutie, just how it sounds, _74. And on TikTok, I am FreckleFaceCutie74. All together, no
That's
underscore.
TikTok dance, I know. That's why I keep doing that every time she say TikTok.
Yeah, my daughter tells me all the time, just stop.
I don't know
she
no
says
TikTok
she hates that she showed me TikTok because I was popping up on her best friend's page. Oh, can I do that? Shout out to my bonus babies, Sydney and Morgan. Those are her best friends. I love them. Those are my bonus babies. Shout out to them.
Shout out to bonus babies.
Yes, those are my bonus babies. My bonus babies.
Oh yeah. Again, thank you for joining us on the Good Evening Show with the Trendsetters and Troublemakers.
Absolutely. But I want to tell you thank you for having me.
Oh, man.
I really appreciate it. The opportunity to have a forum to discuss and tell my story. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Anytime you like to come back. If you want to come back for your birthday, come on.
Well, I can't do that unless you're going to tap me in via Zoom.
Before you come out of town. We might call you in the Zoom. You was about to say something?
Yeah,
I just want to say, big ups to all your friends that you told you're gonna be here. A lot of your friends came out to support.
Thank you.
Shout out to your moms. Everybody's mama who tapped in.
Oh yeah, my mama her
Pamela,
friend. My
Yeah.
mama her
Miss
friend. That's how we
Woods,
know.
Auntie Woods, how you doing? Thank you, Harlem Queen.
Yes, that's
Lady
my
J.
bonus baby's
Gray.
mom.
Shout out to everybody. Playback Sounds tapped in. Everybody made comments. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank y'all for joining
yes.
in. Thank y'all for joining in.
Oh.
Of course, it's been a good evening show. I am your host. You can follow me on all platforms at AP_big with 2 G's. And make sure you follow this show, The Good Evening Show, on all platforms. The Good Evening Show, like she said, exactly how it sounds. The, not duh. I know I probably said duh, but before I go out, I definitely want to leave you guys with big start of the night. A wise man once said, never fear being alone. Fear being in a room full of people that you cannot trust. I'm going to say it again because that was kind of heavy. Never fear being alone. Just fear being in a room full of people you cannot trust. And on that note, this has been the Good Evening Show, and good night.
Yay.
Man, you almost had me over here crying and everything.